Hello to the hockey family. It is Tuesday, October the 21st. Typically doing this on Monday, so quick apology. Just a crazy kind of day yesterday, so a day late getting this out. So we apologize for that. Looking back at the weekend, fun weekend, great weekend.
Busy
Yogi,
weekend.
daddy daycare.
Yeah, daddy daycare. It's a lot of responsibility. My wife went out of town, which she doesn't do a lot, which meant, I had to be a dad by myself with 3 kids, which again, I don't have a lot of practice being solo. I don't know, I'm going to call it a success. No ER visits. My one son, I guess we're still trying to pull some like splinters out of his hands. He kind of went into a wood pile, but my wife got one of those out yesterday.
Oh, she did?
So, yeah.
Good.
So now that she's back, but I'm going to call that a win. So, and we got to get Shilks. We were in his backyard at the party. He's got to clean up the wood with the kids running around.
That's not the dad's fault. That's whoever was hosting, and that would happen to be Shilks. He's got to get the wood out, clean it up.
Yeah, we'll blame it on Shilks.
Yeah, but I know your respect level for Caitlin has gone up after 3 days with 3 kids.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard work. She does it a lot.
It is impressive. I got we had a cool morning Saturday. Got to go out fishing. Again, Shilks.
Yeah.
You know, he's our guide service. He's got the boat. He took myself and Rory, our little 4-year-old, out. Rory, didn't care that much about the fishing piece, but got to rip off the clothes and go for a little naked swim at the end of it.
Just jumped in naked.
Play with some crabs, and he had a great time. So, I don't know. Shilks' guide service is good for him. He caught a lot of fish.
He always catches the most.
Just seemed to stick me in the bad spots, I think. Yeah. It's not my fishing abilities at all. Yeah. And then, we got together Saturday night for the Schmore party, and that's when
kids like that.
Hank got the little...
But he's got it tough enough.
Oh, last week, relatively quiet week, really, market-wise. So we actually thought it would be a good time just to kind of discuss gold.
Yeah, talk about gold a little bit. Does it make sense to own gold in a portfolio or even like holding physical gold through coins or bars or whatever? So full disclosure, so some of you might know in more like conservative strategies that we run at the office, like we've always owned a small allocation to gold, really just for diversification purposes. But gold has had a really, really strong 2025. I mean, it's up a lot this year. But I just wanted to point out a few challenges with owning gold. Okay, so the first is if you're going to own gold, you need to be okay with going very, very long stretches without making any money. Okay, so just to bring up a couple examples. So if we look the time period from 1979 all the way to 2009, I mean that's a number of decades, 3 decades. All right, so zero gains in gold. All right, from 1979 all the way to 2009. So it was down, and then it got back to break even over that 30-year period. All right, and then it had a good couple years, but then again from 2011 until last year, again, zero gains, underwater, and then you get back to even 13 years later. All right, and then this year it's had another good year. So just point being, if you want to own gold, you just have to be okay with going a decade or multiple decades of time without earning any money. Okay, and it kind of ties into point 2 here. Another challenge with gold is it's a non-cash flow producing asset. All right, meaning unlike real estate where you're going to receive rental receipts, or if you own stocks, you're going to have dividend income coming to you, or bonds, you have interest coming your way. With gold, you don't have that, right? It's a non-cash flow producing asset. And there are some really, really smart people, so some critics of gold, like Warren Buffett's a good example. He has an old saying, something along the lines of, if you own an ounce of gold today, I can guarantee you 100 years from now, you'll own an ounce of gold. All right, just meaning like it's because it doesn't pay you anything. It's worth whatever someone's willing to buy it from you for at that time. So really difficult to come up with an intrinsic value, like what gold is really worth, which is why people debate it all the time. Another thing is, so what is the long-term expected return of gold? We actually hosted a webinar on this. I mean, it was a while back, maybe 5-6 years ago, but it's really interesting actually. Like the long-term expected return on gold basically equals inflation. All right, so you can go back like 2,000 years, right? And so like when priced in gold, the wages of a Roman centurion like 2,000 years ago is the same price, is the same wages as like most military personnel make today,
Right.
which is crazy to think about. So in other words, like that growth of gold in terms of price, it's really inflation. Now, with that being said, in shorter term periods, like we mentioned earlier, it's very volatile. It's a very volatile asset, and so you need to be okay with that. All right, some tailwinds for gold in the last little bit. Inflation. People like gold. Trade wars because of the deficit. Thinking the Fed will continue to cut interest rates, which again, I would argue a lot of those things are already priced in, right? That's kind of the reason it's been running up. You also have central banks outside of the Fed buying gold as well, which has likely propped it up. So I don't know. Should you be buying gold at these prices? I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's as with any asset class, when something has this much momentum, a lot of times that can persist into the future for a bit. And you just don't know when that next time period is going to start, where you don't earn anything for another decade or two or three.
Or three.
Hopefully that wasn't too long of a rant on gold, but just we try to educate.
It's important. I mean, it's a question we get a lot. People ask about gold and stuff, so it is interesting. I remember back to that webinar 6 years ago or whatever, and I found it very interesting at the time. So, anyways, as most of you know, we just got through kind of our preseason reviews with everybody. Everybody's back playing. It's fun to have hockey back. So it's a great time of year for us because now we'll be hitting the road. Yogi's getting out there tomorrow.
I go west tomorrow.
You got a bunch of cities on this one. I'm gonna go. You're going west coast. I'm going east coast in a couple of weeks here. But hoping to see a lot of you guys. In the meantime, anybody have questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to us.
Have a great week, guys.